to teach you about boundary corrections. Boundary corrections is one of my favorite exercises, and there are so many benefits to this. But the reason that I want to teach you this today is to help you understand that your dog can overcome the emotional distress that happens when you correct or punish. With this exercise, we're going to be standing in a target. You are going to stand in the bullseye, and there's going to be 3 different rings that you are able to add value to your dog's experience. As the dog comes in and is closer to us in ring number 1, they're going to get rewarded. If they move all the way out past the boundary, which is beyond ring number 3, you are going to correct them. We're going to do a leash pop and a verbal correction of simultaneously. When we do that, we want the dog to disengage. That is the correct behavior. When they choose that behavior, you are going to reward. We have a correction immediately followed by a reward. That is turning the lemons from that correction into the lemonade, which is the reward. This is a great way to teach your dog that they don't have to become emotionally overwhelmed each time they're corrected, because they're going to get a reward. Let's go ahead and get started. So today we're going to get started with cute little Duke here. He is this adorable little Berner doodle that's about 9 weeks old. This is the first time he's ever done this before, so this will be a great way to show you how to get started. I am going to just start putting food in ring number 1. We want to make that ring very valuable. So we're going to show him that this is the place to be. This is just a little buffet. He gets to just eat his own kibble. You can really do this with anything, but we want to do it at mealtime for sure. The dogs need to be hungry while they do this exercise, or it won't work. So we'll let him eat here for a minute. Then I'll throw down some more food. Still staying in ring 1 for a moment. I like to have about a 15 to 1, maybe 20 to 1 ratio. As he gets all the way out past that 3rd ring, yes. You saw that little leash pop, and then I have him come back into me. I am only doing a leash pop and giving him that choice to come back in. I am not pulling him away from the distract. Yes. So you can see I had to do a couple of leash pops, and I continue to do that until he makes the correct choice. And once he corrects that behavior, I reward him. Throw a little more out. More. If you have rolly food, you gotta be a good aim. Yes. Sorry, we have another dog outside that's not happy to be out there. So with this, you want to start in a low distraction environment like we have here in our training room, and then eventually be able to build up into more difficult environments over time. Again, with this exercise is what we're teaching the dog is that immediately upon correction, they will be rewarded if they make that correct choice. So we take that sourness out of the correction. I also could start, yes. I also could start doing this with more distracting food, maybe some type of a treat, something that has a little higher value. That would also increase the challenge. Since this is the first time he's doing it though, we're just using his kibble. Now just there you saw, I didn't have to correct and he made the correct choice. I still am going to reward him for making the correct choice. It does not have to follow a correction. I want him to start making good choices on his own without being corrected. Yes. And you can see already he's starting to discover that boundary. He starts to feel that leash pressure and starts to realize how to appropriately respond to that correction, which is to disengage and then eventually come back to get his reward. So again, this is a great way to help your dog overcome that sourness that happens when we have that conflict in a correction. Try this, it will help build your dog's abilities, and it will help continue to build that relationship that you have with your dog.